beats are alive, where the fighters and the wrestlers thrive. Athletes, entertainers in the spotlight. Basement cuts, we're here every night. Basement cuts, where the legends arise. Stories of glory and battles in disguise. Music fights, wrestling in the ring. Basement cuts, let the echoes sing. From the streets to the stage to the ring so bright. Every tale of triumph, every gritty fight. Musicians who play with heart and fire. Athletes who chase dreams, never tire. Basement cuts, where the legends arise. Stories of glory and battles in disguise. Music fights, wrestling in the ring. Basement cuts, let the echoes sing. From the streets to the stage to the ring so bright. Every tale of triumph, every gritty fight. Musicians who play with heart and fire. Athletes who chase dreams, never tire. Basement cuts, where the legends arise. Stories of glory and battles in disguise. Music fights, wrestling in the ring. Basement cuts, let the echoes sing.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Basement Cuts podcast. I am your host, as always, Woody. Thank you for being patient with me and staying in there as I get these episodes going. It's not quite weekly like I'm hoping for at the moment, but I'm working on that. I'm getting interviews lined up. I got one this week. We're going to get to that here in a moment. First off, I'd like to say happy St. Patty's Day to all of you out there. Be safe, whatever you're doing today. I know it's Monday. Most of y'all did your celebration over the weekend, but enjoy whatever you're doing out there. Me, still sober, so I won't be celebrating in that fact, but I think we're going to try to find some stuff to do with my nieces, maybe decorate some cookies or some stuff like that. I don't know. We're going to find something out to do, though. But happy St. Patty's to y'all. Happy Monday. I got a new album coming out. I know some of you see me post it on my personal Facebook. I haven't posted it on the podcast Facebook quite yet. I've also posted it on Insta. I got a bunch of social set up and everything for it. But my new album is coming out this Thursday, 3 more days from now. That is my birthday, and it's my present to you guys. The album is called This Is Me. It's a little bit, it's a lot of hip hop, and it's a little bit of country, a little bit of rock, a little bit of reggae, R&B. It's a little bit of everything that I am, and a lot of the songs, the lyrics and everything represent me and my life and kind of some of your guys' life as well. And you'll see that as the album comes out on Thursday. If you haven't yet, pre-order it, or pre-save, not pre-order. No physical copies. Sorry, not that cool yet. But pre-save it. It's on Spotify. It'll be launching on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music. It's going to be available on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, all those places, so you can use it if you like. It's going to be available everywhere. So go out and pre-save. If you haven't seen my link on my personal website, my Facebook page, I got a link on there. You can go on there. It'll pre-save it to your Spotify, so the day it comes out, it's added to your library and ready to rock and roll. So look out for that coming very soon. I have a special guest today. My special guest, we actually talked on Saturday, so a couple of days ago. I'm just getting this all set up and put together. I've been busy the last couple of days, but I have a special guest, Moneyonly AP. He is a hip-hop artist from St. George, Utah. He has a show coming up on the 29th here at the Gem, so I wanted to get him on the show a little bit, talk to him, promote his upcoming show that's coming up, and see if we can do anything to help him as far as that's concerned. And plus, it's always good to get to know our artists a little bit, especially when they're coming through town, get a little bit of flavor of what they are before you go sit to the show. And maybe it'll convince you to go to the show. So without further ado, here is my interview with Moneyonly AP. So what up, everybody? I have a special guest, as I told you earlier, that my special guest today is Moneyonly AP. What's up, AP? How you doing today, bro?
What's up, dog? How you doing? Good to be here, man.
Good, good. I'm glad you're here, man. You got a show coming up pretty soon, so I wanted to get you on to help promote you just a little bit. Um, let's start with where you from, bro?
I'm from LA, Southern California. You know, I was born in Riverside, um, and all over Southern California. Originally, San Bernardino, LA, Compton, West Covina. You know what I mean? Then moved to Utah at a young age and just been back and forth from Utah and California my whole life, pretty much.
Okay, all right. Um, so with that going back and forth, I'm sure you had a lot of musical inspirations with California having the West Coast hip hop, and then Utah getting a little bit of everything and maybe a little bit of nothing as well. It's because Utah, they just barely started off alive with
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I seen that. I mean, Utah definitely popping with the hip hop now. You know what I'm saying? But like, I definitely had a lot of inspiration from like West Coast hip hop, most definitely. I mean, and then just other things. I mean, I've definitely listened to rock. You may hear some country songs. You mean anything that makes you move? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of shit you're into. You know what I mean? Reggae, Bob Marley. You know what I mean? But my biggest inspiration it was definitely the West Coast hip hop. My father being the first one. I mean, NWA, Ice Cube, Bone Thugs. Just the '90s hip hop is what I originally listened to coming up young. I mean, that's primarily what I listened to until I got older.
Yeah, me too. But I also, whatever my parents were grooving on, my mom had some like the old R&B or some of the classic rock vibes. And then when I got older, I started rocking out with like the modern day metal. And then, like you said, country, reggae, whatever catches the groove. It's got a good groove, got some good lyrics. I'm gonna listen to it.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm not a hater. You feel me?
Exactly. So what inspired you to start doing music yourself?
Most definitely my father, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Big Chaos. You know what I'm saying? He was just rapping, and I'd be around studio, young age, shit like that. And my stepdad as well, because he had me off of the West Coast hip hop, like tough. My stepdad's from Compton. Um, so like that's what he came up listening to NWA, Eazy-E. So I just remember that primarily bumping all that, and then my father was rapping. So you know what I mean? I'm like, I remember rapping when I was young, 8 years old, rapping. And being
Oh, so
recorded
you
on the
started
computer.
pretty young then.
Yeah, I did. I definitely did. But you mean not like what I'm doing now, obviously. But yeah, I was putting raps together. You know what I mean? When I was a little kid, we was doing little raps. You know what I mean rapping about things, whatever. You know what I mean we was young.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. So you started writing at a very young age. So did you see yourself progressing in your rights? It's like from like the very first one all the way to now. Some artists do, some artists don't, but I see progression
Hell
now.
yeah, hell yeah. I see progression just from me from time to time. You know what I mean whether you take your time, you're in a rush. Something like as far as me being musical and me writing songs, sometimes I gotta write them. Sometimes I go in the studio and I didn't write nothing. You know what I
Right.
mean? So like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I challenge myself in those ways, but it's definitely different than like when it used to be, you know what I mean? Depending on like what you're rapping about, you know what I mean? The beat or whatever. I mean, sometimes it's basic, what you're talking about. I mean, what's the objective? What you're trying to portray to people. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I get you. It depends on like your vibe, you're feeling, like what you're in the groove with at that moment and stuff. What inspires you to write?
yes, I've definitely seen the difference, you know what I'm saying? The change for sure.
So I was listening to a couple of your jams when we decided to do this. I've been listening to a couple. Um, Give me a little bit of insight on Can't See Hate. I was starting to groove with that jam a little bit and I was vibing with it, and it's got a really good beat. So what inspired you on that jam?
Man, just what you know what I mean, what I was going through, man, like I remember, that's the album that came out. So I mean, you were talking about the song, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That song itself.
Yeah. Exactly. So the album's called Can't See the Hate as well. But yeah,
Oh, right.
it's just for that song specifically, man, that's like one of my favorite songs coming out, you know what I mean? So like I punched that one, I mean, it just shit I was going through and shit I've been through, you know what I mean? Like that's where it came from. It even like in that given time, that even that whole album, every song got something to it. You know what I mean? Like that happened like in the past 10 years type thing. You know what I mean? Because I've been through a lot. You know what I mean? I've been in and out of prison, been in the streets, just got off of paper. You know what I mean? Got this rap career going, dog. You know what I mean? So like I'm trying to, you mean there's some tell my story.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I see that. That's what I just started writing and recording music myself, and the whole point of what I do is to tell my story as well. And that's kind of like the title of it's called "This Is Me" because I'm trying to tell my story. And I hear that in your songs. Another one sounds like you wrote it for your lady. How do you want it? Like you talk a lot about
Yes.
your being in and out of the bin, doing this and that, but always being by your side and all that. You want to elaborate a little bit more on that jam there?
That's just the real deal. You know what I mean the lyrics? That's the real deal. Like I said, that's the first song I wrote when I came home, like almost 4 years ago. So it's like it's the real deal.
Okay.
Even when I go back and listen to you, I got so many songs I put out now. I'll be listening to it, like I'm listening to my bars, but it just makes you relive it. You know, it makes me feel it. I mean, those are all real shit. Everything I'm saying in that song about me and her, about those type of things I was going through, type of things she was going through. So, and yeah, I was. And she didn't have to do none of that. You know what I mean, she didn't have to stay by my side, but she definitely did.
I could tell like how sincere you are in those lyrics. I didn't know it was your first one you wrote, but I could kind of tell like you as soon as you got out, like I gotta write this down because I gotta tell you how I'm feeling type thing.
Yeah, for sure, because I was gone for 4 years. You know what I mean, away from my family and her, and you mean, what's the communication like? You know what I'm saying? Like at the same time, like that's limited. I mean, I went to the whole bit on transportation. You mean, like I've been to all sorts of different things where I couldn't even talk to her on the computer, phone, whatever it may be. So once I got the beat, I just started writing. You know what I mean? And that's what came out. That's the song, and that's I mean, that's one of my favorite songs too.
Yeah, I like it, man. It's real heartfelt, and that's what I really dig about it. Like you can tell that you really put your heart and soul into that one. Um, then another one I was listening to, hashtag money only. I had to listen to that one because it's got your name in the title.
Yeah.
So, what's the inspiration on that one? You're just trying to put you out as who you are.
Oh, for sure, always. You know what I mean, we always trying to do that.
Right.
But this reputation and money only, man. Like, there's a video. Go check it out on YouTube if you didn't watch that. But I mean, you'll survive, man. But it's
Yeah,
just
I'll check out the video later for sure. I was just on the Spotify going through.
yeah. But I was there, and that's like that. This the last two. You mean came from that first album, man. So it's all that raw, nitty gritty stuff, man. That like, I kind of, I guess I kind of still be on it, but it's kind of different for me. I mean, once you get so far, like I was kind of like just in and out of prison all the time, man, in the streets, and you know, I had to figure something out to get up away from that. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean, that's why I'm just depicting. You know what I mean, in that song. You know what I mean, like even I talk about certain people I'm locked in with. They know they got their names on that song, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, I feel that. I give shout outs to some of my peeps too because they need it. They need to know that they have a special spot in your life, so they kind of just need to know that a little bit. So,
Yeah.
how did you get your name, Moneyonly AP? Like, that's kind of a unique name.
Yeah, money only. You know what I mean? It just money only speaks for itself. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna get too much into it as far as like the deeper, but when they say what's money only, it's money only, man. You know what I mean?
Moneyonly.
It's money only. What we pushing, man. But just the AP. I mean, yeah, my name is A plus. I got a 4.0 in high school.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
hell
So
yeah, bro.
yeah,
I just
I ain't
got
gonna lie.
accepted to
The real is that
society, so.
yeah, yeah. But I was book smart too. You know what I mean? So
Oh yeah, I like that. I like that. And Money Only, I get that. That's like on How High when he's like, I need money. And he's like, shit, me too.
Yeah. It don't matter. I mean, we wear all sorts of hats. You know what I mean? You know, I could do all sorts of stuff. You know, we make it happen.
So the main reason why I brought you on today, man, is you got a show coming up here in Idaho Falls. It's what is it, Saturday, March 29th at the gym. Am I right?
Yep.
So tell me a little bit about the show. You got a lot of artists performing with you. It looks like it's going to be a huge, awesome show.
Yeah, man, we excited, man. We hope everybody can pull up to the gym and check us out. But I mean, I got my boy Chuck Bang. He gonna come from Atlanta, and YG Hootie from Compton. Um, and we got some other artists that's gonna be opening up for us. But and we already it's gonna be exciting. We got a show the night before in Boise, so we just thought we'd stop by there and see what it's like. I've been to Idaho one other time, but not in this capacity. So
Well,
I heard it's all right, you know.
yeah, well, dude.
Yeah.
And if we get the right crowd out there, we always show up for the artists. You'll love it. You'll see. The energy is live, bro. I know you're doing Tree Fork Festival the night before, and then you're coming here. But how much are tickets for the gym show? Let's let everybody know.
They pre-sale is $20, $25 at the door. We are selling VIP tickets that come with, the meet and greet with them. We got merch. You're gonna come with a T-shirt with a key fob. We got other things that we're gonna be throwing out there, like some giveaways and stuff like that. But you know what I mean. So, bring everybody you know. We like
that's pretty cheap show, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some fun because we've done some shows. Like this ain't the first show I've done, but it's in Idaho, and I hear about the vibe. I ain't heard nothing bad about it, so I'm excited. You know what I mean? What is it? It's the 15th, man. I'm ready to go already. Yeah.
2 weeks away. We're 2 weeks away.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm excited to go too, man. It's $20. That's not very much, guys. If you want to follow AP, he's on Facebook at AP Smith. You can find his music, Spotify, YouTube. Look him up for Moneyonly AP. Check him out, guys. He's everywhere. Get his vibe going before the show starts. That way you can learn his lyrics, learn some of his songs. Because I know artists love it when people know their lyrics a little bit. It kind of makes the vibe a little bit better, makes the crowd bounce.
Oh yeah, it gets it popping for sure.
And I want to thank you for your time, brother. I really appreciate you doing this interview with me. Don't want to take up too much more of your time. I know you're busy doing this music thing and you got a lot of plans today because it's Saturday. So
yeah, man, we appreciate it, man. And we can't wait to see you guys out there in Idaho Falls, the 29th. We'll be there with the team. So follow us on Instagram, YouTube, like you said, all the things. I can't wait to see you guys out there.
All right, thanks, brother. Peace out.
Yep.
Kind of quick. I didn't want to take too long out of your day. Plus, the main reason is I do want to promote that show that's coming up on March 29th at the gym. So, guys, get your tickets. It's only $20 in advance. Like he said, there's also VIP and other stuff available. I will be posting a link. I'll be sharing his page with the flyer and the promotion for the show. After I post this podcast, it'll be up and available on the website. On my Facebook page. It'll be available on there for you guys to go and check out and get your tickets any way you want to do. If you want to do the VIP or just be a regular, like he said, the VIP does come with merchandising, you meet and greet opportunities, and a bunch of other cool stuff. So check it out. See what you want to do on that. You can also find him on all the socials. Like I was saying before, he's on Facebook, Instagram. He's available. You can go find him at AP Smith, Moneyonly AP. Just check him out. You can check him out on YouTube and Spotify if you want to check out his music in advance. He's got music videos available on YouTube, and his albums and stuff are available on both. So go check him out, man. Moneyonly AP. Thanks again for being my guest today, my brother. Appreciate it. Can't wait to see you guys coming up. Once again, that show is March 29th at the gym. It's only a couple Saturdays away, not this Saturday coming up, but the one after. So get your tickets now. Get out there, have some fun on a Saturday night. Go out and enjoy some hip hop. I have some future guests lined up. I didn't get to talk to them yesterday because my day kind of got busy, but I do have some stuff set up with my a good homie of mine, future guest, Flyboy Swift. I'm gonna get him on the show, talk a little bit about his music, but he's got new endeavors that he is venturing in. We're gonna get into that and talk about that a little bit more. So I'll be hitting him up. Look out for that. I'm gonna try to get that one done hopefully soon. I'm gonna try to get maybe an episode done for the album that's coming out. So look forward to maybe a second episode this week dropping. Also, I want to get to something a little political. Normally, I don't do this because normally I don't care, but this one, it's not just about what the proposition is; it's about what will happen if the proposition goes through. So Idaho has recently announced and signed off on a proposed anti-marijuana constitutional amendment. And not only is this going to make it to where there's anti-marijuana or whatever constitutional amendment that they're trying to go to, but the main thing is that they're trying to do is us as the voters and the citizens of Idaho have a due diligence, like when laws and stuff get signed into law, we actually get to vote on those before they actually get put into law and make sure it's something that we want as Idaho citizens. Also, we have the authority to propose future laws such as decriminalization and legalization in any type of way of marijuana. Now, we have failed to get the signature signed in the last couple elections, and I believe we only have one more chance. And according to this that I'm about to read a little bit off of, we only have one more chance, and it's going to be in the 2026 election. So if you haven't signed the petition, go out there and do it. This is not just a pro decriminalization of marijuana, because I feel like Idaho's going in the right steps, except for this. This has just got announced like a few days ago. They're trying to go strictly anti-marijuana compared to the all of our bordering states have went the opposite direction and has legalized it in some type of way. Idaho's trying to do the opposite. And not only are they trying to do this, but what they're trying to do is take the power away from the Idaho citizens. So what their proposed law is that they want people to vote yes on, and it's shall Section 26, Article 3 of the Constitution of the State of Idaho be amended to provide that only the Idaho legislators shall have power and authority to legalize the growing, producing, manufacturing, transporting, selling, delivering, dispensing, administrating, prescribing, distributing, possessing, and using of marijuana, narcotics, or other psychoactive substances. Now, they don't just want them to have the control over it. What they're trying to do is make it to where we can never propose this again. So if it fails, they're going to take the power away from the Idaho citizens for us to ever propose this again. And not just that, if this goes through and people vote yes on it, what they're going to do is amend the amendments of the Idaho State Constitution to where the legislation can now pass laws without the authority of the Idaho citizens. So this is just the beginning of a step to take away the power of the Idaho citizen, you, me, everybody that lives here in the state, even the newcomers. I don't care if you're new, been here for 30 years, your whole life. I don't care. We all live here together now. And the point is our government is trying to take away our power that we put into the Constitution of the state of Idaho since the beginning, that we, the citizens of Idaho, have the authority to bring up any proposed law and pass a proposed law that has been accepted by our governing bodies. So with that being said, when this goes out in our general election in 2026, my proposition is vote no. Vote no, because this isn't just going to take away the power to legalize marijuana. That's kind of a sub category to this whole thing. The main thing is they want to take away our power to influence any type of law in the state of Idaho as a citizen of Idaho. They want all the control and all the power. This is another way for them to take over everything. And us as Idaho, that's one of the great things that we've always had as citizens here, is that we've been able to vote on what we want as a state. So if this goes through, just think about like Our state sales tax, 6%. We voted on that because the extra 1% was supposed to go to the educational system. What if they want to raise it to 10%? We have no say on that. Eventually, they're just going to vote it through the bill, through the House and through the Senate and everything, and it's just going to pass. And we have no say on that as Idaho citizens anymore. So we need to vote no on this to stop future legislation changes to our constitutional amendment as Idaho citizens. That's all. Thank you for your time on that. I don't want to go too far off on a tangent. It's a little crazy. I seen some of you have already posted about this on your own personal Facebooks and stuff. So I wanted to get my point across. I'm going to bring this up a few times between now and next year's election. That way we can keep it fresh on your minds. And if you really want this to not happen, go out there and sign the petition to decriminalize marijuana. And we're not just trying to decriminalize it for recreational use. The main thing is medical use. There is a lot of people in this state that could benefit from medical marijuana and get people off the opiates. We've been in an anti-opiate push for like 10 years. Let's really do it. The only way to do it is to give them something to substitute it with. And marijuana is the best substitution that they can get. If you go into Oregon, if you go into Washington, you go into Vegas, down to Nevada, into Colorado, and you ask some of those people that are standing in line at those dispensaries, and you ask them why they're there, and they'll tell you, I talked to a guy, it got him completely off of alcohol. He has never taken a sip of alcohol since because this has been better for him. It has helped his pain. He can function. He can go to work. He doesn't call in for hangovers and stuff anymore. I talked to another person that was addicted to opiates and heroin for a lot of years, and this has been their substitute. They completely kicked it, and they completely got rid of that addiction and the bad, and were like life and death. And now they're living happy and free, have a job, and they're law-abiding citizen basically now. So anyway, let's just get past that. Vote no. And I'm going to bring it up a few more times throughout the year, but vote no. Let's point it basically that. So future guests, I am going to have my boy Flyboy Swift on the show. I'm going to get a hold of him very soon and see what we can set up. He's been training. He works. He does music and stuff, so he's been a busybody. I've also been in contact with a couple wrestlers and also the BKFC flyweight champion. He's training right now for a very big upcoming fight. So it's been really hard to get a hold of him and actually sit down for a few minutes, but I'm still working on that. If any of you out there want to come on to the show, hit me up. I would love to have you on. Let's talk. I know a lot of you got some big things going on. People got some new music coming out. I know people got some fights coming up. I know some of you have been working on some other stuff. What do you do? Come talk to me. I love to talk to you. But thanks again for tuning in with me. My album, once again, will be out this Thursday, March 20th. It'll be available basically everywhere. So go check it out. And if you haven't pre-saved it, go on to my Facebook page and pre-save that. I'm going to post it on the podcast link as well. But thank you guys for tuning in once again. I really appreciate it. This is the Basement Cuts Podcast. I'm your host, Woody. Thank you. Peace out, my peoples.
Underneath the surface where passions ignite, every song, every punch in the still of the night. Basement Cuts will tell the tale of champions and dreamers who never fail. Basement Cuts, where the legends arise. Stories of glory and battles in disguise. Music, fights, wrestling in the ring. Basement Cuts, let the echoes sing. So tune in, turn up and feel the rush. Basement Cuts, where the stories crush. Music, fights, wrestling every day. Basement Cuts, we're here to stay. I said, tune in, turn up and feel the rush. Basement Cuts, where the stories crush. Music, fights, wrestling every day. Basement Cuts, we're here to stay. I said, so tune in, turn up, and feel the rush. Basement Cuts, where the stories crush. Music, fights, wrestling every day.